The best designer bags from Milan Fashion Week Spring 2026. Welcome to Luxify. We talk about fashion, luxury, and basically all the best things life has to offer. Welcome to our video about the best designer bags from Milan Fashion Week Spring 2026. Milan's Spring-Summer 2026 runway showed how handbag fashion can merge bold innovation with Italian elegance. Here, I'll show you the highlight shows of the season. Expect reinterpreted classics, sculptural silhouettes, and unexpected materials from brands like Bottega Veneta, Fendi, and beyond, all pushing the boundaries of accessory design. So, without further ado, here are the best designer bags from Milan Fashion Week Spring 2026. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe. Versace. This season, all eyes were on Dario Vitale, the first non-Versace to lead the house, stepping in as Donatella moved into a brand ambassador role. With the label also in the middle of a Prada Group acquisition, the stakes couldn't have been higher. Yet Vitale delivered a confident debut that stripped Versace of its red carpet-only image and brought it firmly into everyday wardrobes. He looked back to Gianni's late 80s designs, but reinterpreted them for today's millennial and Gen Z audiences. Sexy jersey dresses revealed flashes of logo briefs, half-zipped jeans added irreverence, and chainmail skirt sets were casually tied with cardigans. Color blocking came alive in bold mixes of aubergine and red or azure and green, while classic Versace prints were styled like mismatched vintage shirts. Classic handbag silhouettes were reinterpreted, exaggerated, and aged, bearing the signature Medusa intricately rendered in embossed leather and brushed hardware. Staged in the Pinacoteca Ambrosiana, with Da Vinci sketches and Caravaggios as the backdrop, the show embodied Vitale's vision of awakening the brand, still bold and glamorous, but far more approachable, playful, and real. Fendi. Silvia Venturini Fendi called her show a collection of many thoughts, but one theme stood out: a playful reworking of sportswear. Tracksuits were reimagined in wool and organza, dresses cinched with colorful drawstrings, and tailoring was decorated with visible points of tension, giving a couture twist to everyday functionality. The effect was surreal yet wearable, with bursts of unexpected colors and prints that created a vibrant, almost psychedelic mood. Accessories were a highlight, with iconic bags refreshed in joyful new versions. The peekaboo was showed in beautiful colors, fun prints, and sequins. The baguette appeared in both its classic and Mama Baguette iterations, both reimagined in the colorful theme of the collection. The Spy is back one season more, proving how popular the style will be in 2026. A standout newcomer, the Collier bag, appeared in ruched leather with a bobble handle, proving Fendi's knack for mixing innovation with heritage. The casting was refreshingly age-diverse, reinforcing Fendi's message that style is timeless, and the entire collection felt like a celebration of individuality wrapped in bold color and playful detail. Gucci. The fashion world has been buzzing, and the wait is finally over. Demna's Gucci has arrived. In true disruptive style, his debut wasn't a runway show, but a surprise lookbook of 37 portraits, each one a character study of what he calls the Gucci-ness of Gucci. From a sequined Miss Aperitivo to a top-to-toe monogram La Vic, and even a Narcisista nodding to Tom Ford's era, it was a cheeky and irreverent take on the house's heritage. Shot by photographer Catherine, the portraits wove Gucci's codes into Demna's sharp, sardonic world. There were nods to Alessandro Michele with ribbon-tied knits, classic Flora prints revived with new volume, and heritage pieces styled with modern attitude. As for the bags, Demna presented some reimagined classics of the brand, like the bamboo and the Jackie. At its heart, the collection felt like a reset, a foundation for Demna's vision that blends Gucci's heritage with his own irreverent, character-driven storytelling. Bold, playful, and unmistakably Gucci, this debut sets the stage for February's runway and proves Demna isn't here to tiptoe, he's here to redefine. If you are enjoying this video so far, please subscribe to my channel so we can continue to bring you the best content about fashion and luxury living. Ferragamo. Maximilian Davis returned to the very Milanese palazzo where he debuted 3 years ago, now transformed into the chic portrait Milano Hotel, and brought with him a collection steeped in both history and modernity. His inspiration looked back to Ferragamo's 1920s ties to Africana and the Jazz Age, weaving in references from Josephine Baker to the bold proportions of the zoot suit. The result was a lineup that celebrated freedom, movement, and sensuality, with a contemporary edge. Silk slip dresses were scalloped with lace panels, flapper silhouettes were modernized with cuttlefish and leopard prints, and menswear details like cummerbunds and ties were reimagined into feminine sashes and dress accents. There was a sense of fluidity, as gender codes blurred across tailoring and evening wear, all cinched with belts and sashes at the waist. Shoes, always at the heart of Ferragamo, included cage-like pumps inspired by the 1920s originals and satin mules embroidered with beads. The now iconic Ferragamo Hug was the standout bag of the collection, featured in many sizes and materials. There were also some beautiful bags with the classic Gancini buckle, blending the brand's heritage with the designer's modern style. Davis showed how Ferragamo's legacy can be both nostalgic and forward-thinking, crafting a collection that felt as much about liberation as it was about elegance. Prada. At Prada, Miuccia Prada and Raf Simons responded to today's overload with a collection that was deliberately off-kilter in the most Prada way possible. Staged in a stripped-down fondazione space with a glossy orange floor, the show played with uniforms, twisting their rigidity with unexpected pairings like opera gloves, fine jewelry, and ladylike bags. Skirts were a major focus, patchworked, ruffled, or held up by suspenders, and bras became barely there suggestions, floating away from the body rather than shaping it. The accessories spoke Prada's language just as clearly. There were soft pouches in nappa, silk, and re-nylon, exemplifying the minimalist appeal of the collection. A new top handle, which is finished with an interesting tucked flap, was in my opinion the standout bag of the collection, showed in many materials that are bound to be super popular next year. There were also utilitarian messenger bags that echoed the uniforms and pocketed outerwear showed in the collection. Altogether, the collection captured Prada's ability to subvert expectation while staying firmly ahead of the curve, proof that in a world of noise, Prada always finds a new way to surprise. Bottega Veneta. Louise Trotter made her highly anticipated debut at Bottega Veneta, stepping into the role with confidence and a clear respect for the house's dedication to craft. She leaned heavily into the intrecciato tradition, transforming it into show-stopping pieces like a floor-length leather cape, a feather-trimmed robe coat, and tailoring that shimmered like snakeskin. The collection played with movement, skirts fringed with leather bands, micro-pleated dresses with floating edges, and even sweaters, crafted from recycled fiberglass that gleamed under the lights. Trotter balanced bold, oversized tailoring with fluid parachute silk dresses that peeled off the shoulders, creating a contrast between structure and softness. Accessories paid homage to the past while pointing forward. The American Gigolo clutch, first made iconic by Lauren Hutton, returned in an updated version, with Hutton herself watching from the front row. There were many beautiful intrecciato tote bags, as well as some messenger and bucket bags. The debut was polished, inventive, and deeply rooted in the house's DNA, a sweet beginning for Bottega's new chapter. Let us know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Comment below which brands you would like to know more about. And make sure to check out my video about the future it bags of 2026. Thank you for spending some time with us, and make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. In return, we'll provide you the best content about fashion, travel, and luxury living. See you soon!